Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the team from Hamburg.
PESA vollständig. Alles klar. Folgende Lage: Verkehrsunfall, 2 Pkw. Angriffsdruck, Sicherung, Stabilisierung des Fahrzeugs vorbereiten, Wasserdruck, Verkehrsabsicherung und Brandschutz sicherstellen. Medic Einsatzstelle, Verletztenabzug zum Einsatz fertig.
So team captain has rallied his team this morning. First thing he did is address what do we have, how are we going to approach this, and now their initial approach is starting. They're also immediately bringing the stabilization equipment out, making sure there's no time lost.
There's oil. Fahrzeug freigegeben, eine Person auf dem Fahrersitz sitzen, in dem schwarzen PKW auf 4 Rädern.
So they've established that in the black BMW, the under one. There's one victim and trapped, one casualty. And immediately jumping into the vehicle to see and assess his condition, while the rest of the team is preparing to stabilize this accident.
All right, here's a mask. Put the mask above your about your mouth and breathe normally. Don't mouth we had. Just take a sip.
What's this?
It's just oxygen. You can just breathe normally and you have better breathing air. Okay, are you trapped anywhere? Are you trapped with your feet?
Now, for those of you who wonder why are you destroying brand new BMWs, we're not. Well, they are brand new, but these cars were never meant to be on the road. They are given to us from our partner BMW. They've been used in tests and other R&D exercises. They were never meant to be on the road. They were always meant to be scrapped, and they've provided them to us to host this challenge and to give a few teams from around the world the opportunity to learn how it works on new cars.
Do you have the feeling that you're hurt anywhere or bleeding? No, not bleeding. Okay, I'll be right at you, right? Just stay calm.
Stabilization is now being put in place. They're trying to tie these vehicles down, make sure that they can't shift. Obviously, that BMW on top is quite unstable, so if that slides away, it can be really dangerous for the rescuers and for the casualty. So the first thing they are doing now is taking care of this unstable situation.
All right. Let's take a trip, a little trip.
Are they off to a good start, Paul?
I think so, yeah. He's done a full thorough 360. He's starting to highlight the hazards on the casualty vehicle. His crews are working hard to get that stabilisation on there, so yeah, a really good start so far.
That's good to hear. So we've got 4 assessors. The assessors are in the red, green, blue vest. One of them is also inside the vehicle. They are from the UKRO. They're here to help us, so they assess every team, looking at how they perform. And after this challenge, they will go into debrief with the UKRO assessors for a few tips and tricks, so how they can perform better the next time. It's obviously important to learn from every challenge. And throughout the day, we'll hear about what the assessors think and get a bit of a glimpse of what's going on in their minds.
No, you cannot. Have you taken any
alarming feedback?
No.
I need there's a car accident with 2 cars. One patient is injured and trapped in the car, and I need a doctor and the ambulance.
Stuart. Stuart. Okay, Stuart. I'm from the fire department in Hamburg. I will right at you and I will stay with you the whole time. Okay?
Yeah.
Morning, Steve.
Good morning, how are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm fine, thank you for asking. How's it going?
Yeah, difficult one here. They've some challenges on with the stabilisation. We're in the first, second phase still, where they're still trying to get some access into the medic, but it's very important, as you know, to stabilise that situation before we start getting in and potentially moving vehicles about. So, yeah, we'll see how this one goes. It'd be nice to see what the plan is.
All right, thank you so much. Indeed, it is very important to stabilise this. As you can see, this car is tilting on the other car. That's always a danger, but they're getting well into it.
Look straight. I will need you to look straight because of your neck, so you have no accident front head. Yeah? Danke. Ja, kann ich schon brauchen. Ich muss da drin gleich ja.
Okay, wir haben hier untersichert.
Ja.
Wir haben da gesichert. Was ist der Plan?
Alles klar. Wenn
Anything change with your breathing?
Safety Tool, beide Tools.
Bitte? What?
Plan A ist einmal die Seitenöffnung über die Fensterscheibe, dass wir den Patienten über die Seitenscheiben auf der Beifahrerseite so rausbekommen. Plan B ist einmal Tunneln, Notfallöffnung ist einmal hier die Beifahrertür. Genau. Die Körnung zuerst, dass der innere Retter so schnell wie möglich reinkommt und dann weiteres.
First assessment from the medical perspective, Tony.
He's doing really well, but he just needs to get into the car. So that's liaises with his IC, and let's see how they get access for the medic to get into this car. That's his next move. Hopefully he'll get in pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, so it's obviously very important to get as close to the casualty as you can. This normally on a road with high speed, high velocity, it's a big impact on the body. So you want to know really what's going on with the casualty that's inside. And to assess this properly, you have to get into the car as a rescuer. So the first thing they're trying to do after stabilization is create a safe way to get into this vehicle and get closer to the casualty.
Ja, alles klar.
All right, so we're going to take out one of the windows of your car. It's going to be a little loud, but you are being protected, okay?
Which window?
The window on your right back.
Okay.
So that's no problem. You just stay where you are, look on the front,
Bist du?
and just keep calm.
Oh!
There's a bit of a hurry right there. Just don't worry. Wieso ist er denn jetzt?
Pascal ist drin. Ja, für dich machen wir hier gleich auf, dann kannst du hier rein.
Okay. All right, there's one of my guys just in the back of you.
Einmal hier,
He will just
harter
help us in a
Patientenschutz,
minute.
einmal Körnen.
Das hier, das ist Patientenschutz hier, dann Körn, dann gehe ich rein.
So I'm joined here by Wen.
Ja,
Wen
vorne
is our master of disaster, you could say. Wen, what have you created for us today as pit manager?
Yeah, good morning
Harter
everybody.
Patientenschutz,
Very challenging
Scheibe
scenario.
körnen hier vorne.
Stabilization is very difficult, and together with the limited access to the victim, creating an opening to free the casualty, it's a very difficult and challenging scenario. But they had a very quick start. I fully rely on the team. I think they are doing a very good job.
Thanks, Wen. It's good to hear from you. Wen is our pit manager. He makes sure that all of these scenarios are put in place, which is a big responsibility because obviously it's a practice run, but we want it to be as safely as possible, which with tilting cars is a challenge. So Wen, thank you so much for putting this together with the rest of your team.
I'm going to be right at you.
Yeah, I was being attacked by a hornet.
Hey Stuart, I'm Sven, now face to face.
Achtung, Körnen!
So they're trying to get initial access. They're trying to get closer to the casualty. They've put in some orange blankets, you could say. These are magnetic. They stick to the car, and they are there to ensure that all of the sharp edges are covered off. They've also used the pack axe to put a transparent sheet on the glass, and when they've done that, they take the glass out, and it comes out in one piece instead of 1,000 different crumbles. It's obviously important to take the glass out. This makes it a lot safer for the rescue and the casualty, so that's what they're currently doing.
Justin oder wer auch immer hier ist, die Sauerstofftasche irgendwann mit hier rein. Ja, gut.
So, genau. Wir haben hier oben, hier ist die Kartusche, habe ich schon erkundet. Wir machen hier einen V-Schnitt, gehen hier einmal unten den Schnitt und dann machen wir hier noch einen Schnitt und drücken das so nach oben.
I'm starting to touch you. As soon as it hurts anything, or you
You discovered what the plan is, Paul?
Yeah, I've just got to find what the plan is, but I'm not going to tell you.
We'll see how it unfolds then. Don't want to give it away, obviously. Are they making good progress, though?
They're making excellent progress. It is a difficult scenario. The stability is quite hard on this one. The leader, the commander, is doing a really good job. He's keeping his team motivated, and he's doing a great job.
Okay, thank you.
Ja, passt, du musst nur, schau mal, das reicht schon. Hier unten geht's, hier oben machst du einen V-Schnitt. Ja.
your veins are not heavily visible or anything. Okay, good. My colleague is now getting your head and stabilizing it. Jetzt kannst du den Kopf übernehmen. So, as soon as you feel uncomfortable, tell me.
Ich rede jetzt mal mit dir, wie sieht's aus? Wir schneiden einmal, wir machen oben den V-Schnitt an der B-Säule. Beifahrerseite, genau.
on the side of your vehicle and starting cutting it.
I've created access on the other side of the car as well, so the first door here is open.
Haben wir mit? Haben wir. All right.
Nee, passt. Passt.
Your stomach also soft. Okay.
Du kannst hier dann schon mal unten abdecken alles.
Little bit of pain, no cracking, no unstable.
So the vehicles are stabilized, the glass has been removed, they've created their first access. Now first access is important, getting a quick way out for the casualty, so if something in the condition starts to
So, das
deteriorate
Ganze
and the
ein bisschen
casualty needs
zügiger.
to be taken out in 10 seconds, then they've got access to do this. And they're now going to create more space, so get the side out to get closer to the casualties and make sure that they come out as controlled as possible. Kyle, are you impressed? Impressed what you're seeing here today?
Yeah, it looks like they're doing a great job of getting access to the victim in there.
Happy to see the pension tools in use?
Yes, they're very efficient.
Ja, haben sie.
Thanks. Yeah, there's nothing better than the cracking sound of a breaking BMW.
Setz ihn ganz an, setz ihn ganz an. Mach ihn ganz auf. Ist hier in the back. Ist hier. Ja.
Around your neck. It stabilizes your head. So you are going to
I get you for a quick update.
looks twice.
How's it going?
Yeah, certainly great. Plan is going down the progression route there. We can see exactly what they're doing. I was just a little bit concerned there where the pyrotechnics were in the car that they'd marked. So that's all we was questioning there. But had a close look and they're bang on.
That's good. What are you currently
Jungs, wie
doing?
sieht's aus?
Can you not give this away?
Wie sieht's aus? Immer noch ansprechbar.
What are they doing? What's the
Keine
strategy?
Einklemmung. Alles klar.
Okay, no, it's there, it's out in the open. So it looks to me that what they're going to do is a half roof
Alles
flap.
klar, dann
So
habt ihr
they'll
den schon
take
mal
the
ganz
roof and flap
zurückgestellt?
it forward, maybe strap it to the car on top, and then they've got a direct inline access for the
Alles klar.
casualty. So
Ja.
could be a good one.
Okay, thank you. So as Steve is explaining, what they're trying to do is cut through the pillars, so the A, B and C pillars on this
Ja,
side.
du kannst dann gleich mal
And they're
den
trying to weakening the roof.
Genau,
And they will use the
Schrottablage.
strap to strap that roof from the car under up to the car on top. And that will create more space to get the spinal board in and get close to the casualty and
Ja,
get him out.
hier die zwei Holzblöcke hier drüben. Sehr gut. So, dann gleich Spreizer. Alles klar, jetzt alles abdecken, genau.
Martijn, as manager
Schau mal,
R&D,
vielleicht hier noch
must
die
be
kleine-
great to see the tools that you and your team have designed and put together being used in action here on these new
Hier,
cars.
du nimmst die
Oh
Schere.
yeah, for sure. And yeah, we
Hier die
already
Schere, hier.
in development tested a lot, but to see him real practice by the real
Gleich.
professionals, that's
So, nee,
that's awesome.
zuerst das noch rausschneiden.
Anything you're
dann
taking
spreizen.
away when looking at this?
Ja,
Is there anything you're
was ist
taking
los?
home that you're going to share with your team?
Alles klar.
Yeah, it's well, as I said,
Hier,
it's
das
a
hier
difficult
rausnehmen, das hier.
situation. So
Achtung, wir
finding
schneiden.
space and finding the
Harter
way
Patientenschutz.
to
Stop.
set the right cuts. Yeah, so it's good that everything is taped so that we can review later at home.
Okay, thanks. Great to hear from you.
Sorry.
breathing. It's okay.
The PAX bags here in place. PAX bags have provided us
Ja.
with a
Achtung, wir
medical bag
schneiden.
fully equipped. That's the standard bag they're using in the fire and emergency market. Inside
das
there's a
reicht.
lot of
Jetzt kannst du
medical
mit dem Spreizer
equipment to take
reingehen.
care of the casualty. Whenever you see that going towards
hier.
the vehicle, that makes
Hier
sure that
an
they
der
are
Drehsäule und
they
oberhalb
are
der Tür.
taking good care of the casualty inside. They have obviously gained enough access to get close to him. And now they're working with the tools to see if they can get the roof out to actually get the casualty out of the car. So the first thing they'll do is try to stabilize the condition inside the vehicle. And after that, they try to move the casualty out. And that's what they're currently trying to do.
Ja. Reicht das? Oder nochmal einen Schnitt setzen? Dann setzt nochmal einen Schnitt hier, falls es nicht reicht. Aber es sollte reichen. Dann einmal abdecken.
Alles klar.
Jungs, sind noch technische Maßnahmen von eurer Seite aus?
Quick update, Tony.
Nein? Alles klar.
Well, they're doing really well in the car. They're assessing, continually assessing, with the plans of the IC. I think the next stage is trying to extricate him. So hopefully they'll manage it.
How's the condition of the casualty?
From what I gather, they've done a full top to toe, doing well.
That's good to hear. So they're taking good care of the casualty inside the vehicle. Assessment is really happy with what's going on. That's good to hear. And as he's saying, the next phase is trying to get the casualty extracted from the vehicle.
Handschuhe aus, Holster weg, Spineboard zum Fahrzeug. So, Spineboard kommt.
Dann kann der Weichpatientenschutz weg, ja?
Ja, weiche Patientenschutz kann weg.
Hier liegt noch einer drin, den auch rausnehmen. Okay. Is here everything good? Nothing changing with breathing? Okay. Ich will diesen Kopf, dann legst du den Sitz nochmal um.
Wie in der Übung auch, wir ziehen ihn jetzt so raus.
Sven, Spineboard am Fahrzeug.
Verstanden.
Kopf übernimmt das Kommando.
What are the next steps going to be?
Well, they caught me out there because I thought it was going to be a roof flap, but they've turned the emergency plan into their full A plan now and coming out through the side. So
Wir haben keine Zeit,
we'll see
wir
how
haben
it
noch 5
goes.
Minuten.
And does it suit the casualty's condition? He's got quite a severe head injury, and he's showing severe signs of that. So we'll see.
Beziehungsweise
We'll see
unter
how
5 Minuten.
how the medic feels that this extrication route is that the correct one? You know.
Okay, interesting. So they're trying to get him out of, let's say, the windows through that gap.
Yeah. So it's a little bit tight, and he's not the smallest of guys. So maybe we could have opened up a little bit more room through the back here.
Yeah, okay. Stu will love that. Love you for that.
Sauerstoff. Nimm dich schon mal raus. Genau, leg sie aufs Dach.
See if we can get a response from some of the fans. Now, don't all run away. What do you think?
I think they're doing a great job. They're fast, and from what I can see, the extraction is going well.
It's good to hear. Thank you so much. Gibt es hier auch noch Fans, Supporters von das Hamburg-Team? Hier, einer. Wie geht's?
Gut.
Ja, und was hältsen Sie davon?
1, 2.
Sieht gut aus. Ich habe davon keine Ahnung.
Die Assessors haben gesagt, das geht. Sie sind in der Feuerwehr auch so?
Alles
Wie
klar.
geht's? Wie schaut es an?
Sieht sehr gut aus.
This is good. It's obviously very good for teams to have support, so it's great to see that people turned up to support teams. Also the audience here, thank you so much for being here and taking a look at what we're doing here.
Drück mal das Spineboard runter.
Spineboard runterdrücken.
Paul, last update.
Yeah, it's not the plan I'd have gone for. I'm surprised at the way they've done it, but they're getting the casualty out. They seem to be managing it. I'll let the technical and the medical discuss that side of things, but the commander, he's very thorough, very good.
Okay, that's good to hear. So the casualty is now coming out. Make sure that when he is out, that you give him a good round of applause. This is obviously a big achievement. It's great to see the casualty coming out. They're doing this slowly and controlled, making sure that they take very well care of the casualty. And he is out. Give him a round of applause, people. Hamburg team.
Achtung. Und ab. Medic und innere Rette übernehmen den Patienten.
So now the medic will take care of the casualty, together
Weitere
with one of
Maßnahmen,
his
Batterie
colleagues.
abklemmen.
Now they've got him out, they can do a second full assessment, checking if that what they've done in the car, all of the conclusions they've made are actual. Vital signs, broken bones, everything is being checked before he can be transported off in an ambulance. There's the whistle, ladies and gentlemen. Give him an applause. The team from Hamburg. Stay tuned, because in a few seconds from now we'll give him a bit of a breather, but after that we will hear from the team captain first and then from the technical crew and the medical crew. Okay, so, wie war es?
Yeah, it's a very difficult scenario, but we give it our best. So we put the patient on the passenger side out, and with our knowledge that is the rear of the car is very hard and very strong, and so we take our plan to get the passenger side. And it it funktioniert. It functions. Thanks.
Okay. Sie können das auch auf Deutsch sagen. Ne? Sie haben viele Fans heute, die auch online sind, und das wäre schön sein, wenn Sie das auf Deutsch machen möchten. Das ist kein Problem.
Alles klar, wunderbar.
Okay, was war denn das Schwierigste für Sie?
Das Schwierigste war tatsächlich am Anfang auch das Fahrzeug zu erkunden, einfach zu sehen, okay, welche Gefahren stecken in dem Fahrzeug, wo sind die Airbags, wo ist denn die Kartusche für den Airbag, um da tatsächlich nicht reinzuschneiden, und eben auch die Sicherheit für den Patienten, um den Patienten dann möglichst schnell auch aus dem Fahrzeug zu bekommen.
Okay, so the hardest part was finding all of the airbags and all of the other safety measures inside the vehicle and making sure that those were not cut as they are dangerous. Wie war es mit den Pentium-Tools, mit den Pentium-Geräten zu arbeiten?
Ja, meine Jungs haben super gearbeitet mit den Geräten. Es ging wirklich durch wie Butter, das sagt man auf Deutsch. Es war sehr, sehr gut zu arbeiten. Man hat es schön gesehen, die B-Säule ging einwandfrei zu schneiden, was normalerweise sehr, sehr stabil ist. Und eben auch zum Spreizen. Wir haben die B-Säule ja dann tatsächlich vom Dach so ein bisschen weggespreizt. Ging auch ohne Probleme, war sehr schönes Arbeiten.
Okay, danke. Weil ich das übersetze, möchte ich gerne das technische Team haben. Können Sie das, ja? So, he's saying that it was a real treat to work with the Pentium tools. They've tried to cut the B-post out, which went super easy, and then they've used the spreader to lift the roof a little bit. And but we'll get into the details with that with the technical team who is about to join us. Here they are. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's?
Sehr gut.
Sehr gut, wie war es?
Sehr anstrengend, aber ja, war ein gutes Szenario, schönes Szenario, viel Sicherungsarbeit zum Beginn. Erstmal, dass man diese Lage stabilisiert und dann tatsächlich eine gute Rettungsöffnung, möglichst wenig mit der neuen Fahrzeugtechnologie sozusagen bewegen, sondern möglichst clever arbeiten und dann gutes Teamwork.
Okay, so he's proud of the teamwork, obviously, and you should be. It was tough, he's saying. It was very tough to go through this exercise, which it obviously is. It's has a lot of sweat, I can see it. Was war das Schwierigste für Sie?
Das Schwierigste für mich persönlich war, dass meine Brille beschlagen hat. So that was a bit dumb because you don't see anything. Aber ansonsten lief das Szenario an sich gut raus. Wir haben da den Patienten gut rausbekommen, technische, sinnvolle Maßnahmen ergriffen und das ist alles, was zählt.
Okay, so the hardest part, with a smile, was that his glasses were fogging up, so he couldn't see anything. And he's proud. It was hard work to get the patient out, but it's done in a safe and controlled manner, so he's really proud, and he should be. Wie war es für Sie?
War auch gut, wie geplant, grob. Da haben wir die Aufgaben unseres Gruppenführers abgearbeitet. War, wie mein Kollege schon gesagt hat, sehr viel Stabilisierungsarbeit. Hat aber ziemlich gut alles geklappt. Und ja, auch bei mir das Problem, die Brille hat beschlagen, ich habe irgendwann nichts mehr gesehen, aber das bekommt man auch so hin.
The same, also the glasses were a bit foggy, but the biggest thing was the stabilization, which is very true. I mean, on this scenario, a car that's tilting like that, getting that stabilized, that's tricky, that's hard, so good effort. Danke. The medic. So the last person we will hear from now is the medic. We'll get him in a few seconds. He's approaching us right now. Guten Morgen. Was Sie möchten? Für die Fans zu Hause vielleicht auf Deutsch?
Ja, moin, was ist die Frage?
Wie war es?
War gut, ich bin zufrieden. Den Patienten rauszubekommen ist natürlich das oberste Prämisse und ihn währenddessen noch optimal zu versorgen, ist alles, wofür ich da bin und das haben wir geschafft. Dementsprechend absolut erstmal okay. Und die Feinheiten muss ich mir im Video angucken, weil ich habe es von Ihnen ja nicht gesehen.
Okay, so war es schwierig, in das Fahrzeug zu kommen?
Ja, tatsächlich. Am Anfang war ungefähr 1 Meter zwischen mir und dem Patienten. Das ist etwas unbefriedigend, weil man natürlich sofort zum Patienten will. Man will ihn untersuchen, man möchte mit ihm sprechen, eine Beziehung aufbauen und 1 Meter und 10 Zentimeter Platz sind dafür nicht genug. Hat ein bisschen gedauert, aber am Ende war ich genau da, wo ich sein will, konnte den Patienten untersuchen, war für ihn da und das ist das, wofür wir da sind.
Okay, so it was hard to get the initial access inside the vehicle. As we said before, it's really, really important to get closer. So he said he could only approach to about 1 meter, and that, for his feeling, took a bit too long to get real close access and make the full assessment of the patient. Aber wenn Sie neben das Opfer war es ganz besser? War es einfacher?
Genau, also unser Job ist ja der, dass wir die Situation besser machen und den Patienten aus dieser misslichen Lage befreien. Und das Erste, was man dem Patienten Gutes tun kann, ist natürlich abseits der medizinischen Behandlung eine gute Betreuung, für ihn da sein, ihn fragen, was sein Problem ist, ihn beruhigen. Und sobald ich da war, konnte ich das tun. Und am Ende haben wir das erzielt, was wir wollen, die Situation besser machen, den Patienten rauszubekommen, einem Rettungsdienst zu übergeben und so das Beste für ihn und seinen Werdegang dann machen. Und das haben wir geschafft und damit war ich immer da, wo ich sein sollte.
Good, so he's saying once he got access to the vehicle and he could really get close to the patient, he could make a good analogy of what really was going on, checking all the facts and making sure that he could really give a good debrief to the ambulance later. Ich denke, Sie möchten allen sehr stolz sein. Möchtest du noch etwas sagen gegen die Fans zu Hause?
Erstmal für alle Fans zu Hause und vor allem die, die hier sind, vielen, vielen Dank für euren Support. Wir sind hier, weil ihr uns unterstützt. Vielen, vielen Dank dafür.
Danke sehr. So he obviously thanked his fans. It's good to have the support here. This was the scenario from the first team of today. We will be the second team shortly in about an hour, so stay tuned for the next team. Thank you so much for watching.